class, welcome back to reading. This guy's still on my head. I hope that's okay. And I know what some of you are thinking. Hey, don't you bite me. I bet you're thinking, what if he poops on her head? What's she gonna do? Well, I'll tell you, he's never pooped on my head yet, but I'm not saying he won't. And I hope he doesn't on this video. But if he does that, like, it would be really gross, right? And you guys would probably laugh. So don't poop on my head, Tweety. All right, so what I want to do today, we are going to be talking about segmenting words into their different sounds. So we know that each word has a certain amount of letters, right? Are you gonna really, you're gonna stand like that? Can you like move your, there we go. We know that each word has a certain amount of letters. Like if I wrote the word knob, we know that knob has 4 letters. But it doesn't matter how many letters it has when we're reading it. It matters how many sounds it has. So we're going to be breaking up those words into their sounds and rewriting them. That's what we're doing in our kitty book today. But first, let's practice by just with a few words and doing it with our fingers like we would in class. So for instance, if I gave you the word starfish, let's see how many sounds there are in the word starfish. Starfish. And that's a compound word, isn't it? Because it's 2 words combined into one, star and fish. Star and fish are 2 different things, right? A star up in the sky and a fish in the sea. If we add them together, starfish, it's a compound word, and it's something else, isn't it? It's a, like one of those cute little star, it's a starfish. All right, so let's do starfish. Here we go. Hold up that fist and let's segment it out. Here we go. S, t, r, that's a sound. F, I, sh. So starfish has 6 sounds, doesn't it? But if I write it out, you will see that it has a lot more letters. So it has our S, S, T, R, that's 1 sound, F, I, and sh is 1 sound. So even though it has a lot more letters, it just has a certain amount of sounds. So that's what you're going to be doing in your kitty book, and I want to do a couple with you. And I also want to give you a little bit of a break today because it is, he just pooped on my ear. Okay, hold on. You better not be laughing at me. Tweety, I just talked to them about you pooping on my head. Okay, so there he went. He pooped on my ear. So, oh, it's still in my hair. Were you guys wondering about what I would do if he pooped on me? Well, that's what I do. It's kind of gross. So I wiped it out, and as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to go get in the shower. All right. So here we go. Where was I? Kitty book. Oh, I was going to give you guys a break on your kitty book today. So you'll notice on your weekly schedule that you are on 23.2. So the break I'm going to give you is, if you look on the back, there is a back page as well. That's a lot of work. You do not need to do the back page. I repeat, you do not need to do the back page, just that front page. So let's do a couple together. We're going to do maybe 3 together so that you see how this is done. The first one we're going to do is knob. So that's that first word that I had written down. So let me write it down again. And what you're going to do is you are going to circle the sounds. So we have the word knob, and you are going to circle the sounds that you see. So it's kind of like breaking them up. N, ah, b, knob. So I know I'm going to have 3 sounds. Let's circle those 3 sounds. N, because K-N is 1 sound. Ah, and b. Then in that box that you have, you're going to write how many sounds you see, and then you're going to simply rewrite the word in your neatest, nicest handwriting. So you're going to circle the sounds, write how many you circled, and then rewrite your word. I cannot believe you pooped on my head, Tweety. Let's look at the next one. Number 2 is the word whiskers. Whiskers. Let me write it down. Here we go. We have the word whiskers. Remember, you're not just circling letters, you're circling the sounds. So the first sound, W, I, K, that's a sound on its own, isn't it? How many did we circle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 6 sounds. And then you'll rewrite your word in your neatest, nicest handwriting. Let's do one more. Let's look at the number 3, which is the word choice. This one's tricky. Here we go. Let me get a brown. Let's circle our sounds. The first sound we have is ch, right? So we'll circle ch. Next sound we have ch, oi. So we'll circle our O-I says oi. Now what about this one? We have s. Is it the C or the C-E making this sound? What do you think? Is this a magic E? No, because the oi doesn't need a magic E to make the oi sound, right? So the C-E in this case is making the S sound. So how many sounds do we have? 3 sounds. So then we'll rewrite it in our neatest, nicest handwriting. All right, how did you guys do on that? Did you do good? Awesome. All right, it is time for our story for the day. So open up to your table of contents. You know the drill. And right after Buster the Pig, we have Whisper, Whisper. So in Whisper, you're going to see some words. We're going to continue working on that ng sound that's spelled with the N, like in thinks. We'll see the W sound spelled with our WH, like in whisper. And whiz bang, there's a fun word, whiz bang. And we'll see our N sound spelled with our KN, like in knit. We'll also have a few words you may or may not be familiar with, like wool. Wool is the soft, thick hair of a sheep. That's all wool is. And you'll also see the word udder. And an udder is the part of a cow that hangs down and releases milk. So if you milk a cow to get milk out, you pull on its udders. And that's what the baby cows suck on the udders too, to get milk out when they need to be fed by mama. Then, after you finish your story about Whisper, or the story Whisper, you are going to get out your kitty book and ready? You do not have to do all of it. You can pick 2 questions that you want to do. So you're on page 111 and 112. You get to pick the two questions you want to do. What can wool be used for? You can answer that one. Why did Grace ask to bring a chick home? What are some of the name choices Grace gets from her mom, dad, and Jill? And describe a pet you have or would like to have. You only have to pick 2 of these questions, just 2. You don't have to do all 4, okay? If you want to do all 4, go for it. But I'm making it a little easier for you guys today because we're in week 4 of at-home learning. We've been at home for 6 weeks now, and maybe you need a little break from all this work. You guys have been doing really, really good doing it all, and I'm so very proud of you, and I miss you incredibly, and I hope that you guys know how much I miss you. So just take it a little bit easier today. Do what you can, and I know that math was a little bit more complicated today as well. So take it easy. Have a great day. Do something fun. I think it's beautiful weather out. I can't really see it, but it probably is beautiful weather. Do something outside. Don't let a bird poop on your head. How embarrassing. And have a wonderful day. I miss you guys so much. I'll see you later.